friends and family, my name is Esther and welcome back to the channel. For those that are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and for those who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. So in today's video, I am going to give out 12 tips on how to travel abroad. Now, I know a lot of people would like to travel abroad, but they have no idea how to do it. So if you are one of them who would like to travel and see the world, please grab your popcorn, your drink, sit back, relax and watch this video. So I have some notes in front of me, so please forgive me, I'm going to be looking down on my notes. Okay, without wasting any time, let's get into it. Tip number 1, skilled worker. So if you are a skilled worker, a doctor, a nurse, pharmacist, social worker, a medic, an engineer, a pilot, whatever your qualification is, obviously you can apply for work abroad, and if you are lucky and you get a job, then you can travel abroad, move permanently, or just go and work for as long as you want. Okay, let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is au pair. So au pair is it's kind of a cultural exchange program where you become part of a host family, you help out with childcare, and tip number 3, you can study abroad. Well, like I said before, there's nothing that comes on a silver platter. We have to work hard for what we want to achieve, right? So if you want to study abroad, you go online and Google those universities, the requirements, you do the applications, and then when you're accepted, of course, if you can pay for yourself or you are lucky you got a scholarship, then off you go for studies. And of course, during your studies, you will be visiting different places, and obviously that is you seeing the world. Okay, tip number 4 is teaching English. Okay, so there are countries that are non-English speaking and they would like to take in people that are able to speak English, that have English degrees. In countries like Cambodia or Thailand, they normally are looking for people to speak English in their countries. So if you are interested, you go online and you search for English teaching jobs. Okay, tip number 5, Chevening. So Chevening is a scholarship that is normally for people that want to further their studies in different fields. So if you would like to get a Chevening scholarship, you can look up Chevening scholarships online and then you can apply. So if you meet the requirements, you will be taken. Okay, so tip number 6, summer camp in America. Summer camp is a cultural exchange program that gives you the chance to spend your summer living and working on a summer camp in the USA. Now, sometimes you sit back and wonder how do people do it, but you go online and search for summer camp, and you follow all the steps and the instructions given, and then you throw in your application. You never know, you might be the lucky one, and then you are taken. Okay, normally you get an allowance while you are on this summer camp. Okay, tip number 7, you can travel abroad through YALI. So YALI is Young African Leaders Initiative. like Mandela Washington Fellowship. It's a flagship program bringing African civic, business and community leaders for an academic coursework, leadership training and networking at US colleges and universities. So it is very rich in knowledge and experience, and it's also a funded program. So go on your Google and search for YALI, and then you can throw in your application. Okay, tip number 8 is world conferences. There are normally conferences taking place all around the world. So it can be different conferences, whether it's agricultural, health, law, sciences. You choose your field of interest, whatever you want to attend about. So you go online and you search for conferences all over the world, and then you can book and attend. So one thing to know about conferences, it's a self-funded. You need to have money to fund for your visa, your ticket, your accommodation, and all the costs that are included in this conference. So if you have the funds to fund yourself, go ahead and apply for conferences. Okay, tip number 9 is Walt Disney World jobs. Okay, foreigners can take up jobs in the Disney World. So it's normally a 1 year kind of opportunity. So you can work in Disney World as a waiter or waitress, or a security host or hostess, or it can be anything. If you are in the hospitality industry, you can go on Disney World jobs and just apply for a job there. Okay. Tip number 10 is a USA green card lottery. So okay, so the US government, it's actually a US government program that makes 55,000 permanent residence cards available every year to persons from underrepresented countries, which have been less represented in employment and family-based preference categories in the US. So it's like you apply, and then if you qualify, they will select you to go and play this lottery. And if you win a lottery, obviously you have won yourself a permanent residence in the US. So you can move with your family or as an individual. Okay, tip number 11. You can move or travel abroad by invite. So if you have a family member or a friend who qualifies to invite you over, they can invite you, but I believe you have to prove that you have the funds to take care of yourself when you're in that country. And yeah, there are steps to follow when you have to invite someone, okay, or be invited. Okay, tip number 12, last but not least, dependent visa. So dependent visa, this is when your spouse or your parent is living abroad. You as their child or as their spouse have the opportunity to join them through a dependent visa, because you are close family to them. And countries like UK really do encourage family, so you are able to travel through dependent visa. Okay, so that is it. So I'm not saying it easy. There is always pros and cons, and there's always criteria to each and every to each and everything. But I am encouraging you, if you are that person that would like to travel and see the world, take your laptop, take your phone, go on Google and just search up all these ways that I gave you just now, and just throw in your application. Throw in your application, you never know. So, okay. Well, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay well and stay blessed. See you. Bye.